Welcome back to Respect The Juxx TV. Today we'll be discussing Naomi Anthony, the nurse who got busted for smuggling contraband into the Fulton County Jail. The case of Naomi Marie Anthony is a remarkable example of how a position of trust can be exploited within the corrections system. The investigation, led by the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, revealed a multi-layered smuggling operation that combined old-school dead drops with modern digital payments. Here is the deep dive into the investigation, the American Deli connection, and the massive security overhaul that followed. 1. The investigation, from a scrap of paper to a felony. The downfall of Naomi Anthony didn't start with a high-tech sting, it started with a handwritten note. In early January 2026, a staff member at the Fulton County Jail discovered an incriminating note that detailed a specific smuggling protocol. The note's contents had explicitly named Naomi Anthony and an inmate, Antoine McCray. It listed items to be smuggled, marijuana referred to as weed, cigarettes, and specific food orders. It mentioned sexing in the nurse station, suggesting an improper sexual relationship. It noted a payment of $1,300 made via Cash App. This note gave investigators the who, what, and how. They immediately began reviewing surveillance footage, which showed Anthony meeting inmates at the nurse's station and passing off containers, some of which were later seen being slid under cell doors. 2. The relationship and the matching rings. Sheriff Pat Labott revealed that the relationship between Anthony and McCray had moved far beyond a professional boundary. Anthony admitted the affair began in October 2025. The investigation took a bizarre turn when the sheriff disclosed that the two had become so close that Anthony had purchased matching rings for herself and McCray. When asked if they were planning to marry, Sheriff Labott noted that the relationship appeared to be getting serious before the arrest intervened. 3. The American Deli and smuggling methods. Anthony was not just smuggling narcotics, she was running a high-end delivery service. One of the most talked about details of the case was her delivery of American Deli food, a popular regional wing and sandwich chain, into the secure facility. How she bypassed security. Body smuggling. To avoid the jail's metal detectors and scanners, Anthony allegedly hid marijuana and other small contraband items in her private areas. The iPhone. She maintained a secret iPhone to communicate with McCray. During her arrest, she reportedly tried to hide the phone from investigators before eventually confessing. The moving tip. On January 6, an anonymous tipster told investigators that Anthony was moving irregularly, suggesting she was physically uncomfortable due to the items she was concealing on her person. 4. The response. Upgrading jail security. The breach exposed a major vulnerability. The existing scanners were not sufficient to catch contraband hidden inside the body or organic material like food and drugs. In response, Sheriff Labott and the Fulton County Sheriff's Office announced a massive security upgrade. New X-ray technology. The jail is replacing its older security scanners with advanced body X-ray detection machines at every entrance. Internal imaging. Unlike standard metal detectors, the new machines use low-dose radiation to see inside the body, making it nearly impossible to hide items in body cavities or clothing layers. AI integration. The new software is designed to recognize the signature of drugs and organic material that older scanners often missed. Staffing and policy changes. NAFCare termination. Anthony was a contract nurse through NAFCare. Following the arrest, NAFCare terminated her employment immediately and issued a zero-tolerance statement regarding contraband. Heightened surveillance. The Sheriff's Office has increased the frequency of unannounced searches of staff lockers and nursing stations. Financial monitoring. Investigators are looking deeper into the use of Cash App and other digital wallets by inmates' families to pay staff, as this has become the primary method for funding jailhouse smuggling rings. 5. Current legal status. Naomi Marie Anthony was booked into the very jail where she once worked. She faces multiple charges, including obtaining/procuring/giving inmate tobacco, a felony in this context, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, crossing guard lines with contraband. The inmate, Antoine McCray, also faces additional charges related to the conspiracy. Here are the legal penalties under Georgia law. Naomi Anthony faces several serious charges. Under the official code of Georgia annotated OCGA, these carry significant prison time. Charge classification. Potential penalty: giving inmate tobacco, felony, OCGA section 425.181 to 5 years in prison. Crossing guard lines with contraband, felony, OCGA section 425.151 to 4 years in prison. Possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, felony, OCGA section 1613.31 to 10 years for a first offense. If convicted, a judge could decide to run these sentences consecutively, meaning she could face a decade or more in prison. Furthermore, Georgia law for these specific types of breach of trust cases often carries a mandatory minimum of 2 years for the act of bringing items into a facility. 5. Security overhaul. The X-ray solution in the Naomi Anthony case was a tipping point for the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. To prevent future incidents where staff hide items on their person, the jail is implementing advanced body scanners. Every entrance is being equipped with high-sensitivity X-ray machines. Unlike standard metal detectors, these can see organic materials like drugs and food and items hidden internally. Cell phone bans for staff, stricter enforcement on personal electronic devices for contract workers. Surveillance upgrades, increased camera coverage in blind spots like nursing stations and supply closets where drops were allegedly made. The case remains active as prosecutors build their case against both Anthony and her co-conspirators. The story of Nurse Naomi is a stark reminder that even in the most trusted professions, the allure of illicit gain can lead to a shocking downfall. What are your thoughts on this incredible story? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Respect The Juxx TV for more deep dives into shocking cases, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. Until then, stay safe, and stay vigilant.